Okay, what's going on, guys? This is PM. I have an OU battle against this guy named Marco from the Smoke on Battle Finder. Anyway, I thought he would lead up with his heat transfer. Decided to lead up with my track and boy, I'm a motherfucking beast, and I just decided to go for that rock gem boosted Stone Edge because I knew that he would switch out, and that Renaclips is going to get fucked up, and it's going to get killed because of a critical hit. So yeah, that might have mattered, especially if he was max defense, max HP. But I feel bad, but I honestly could have taken him out the second turn with an X Scissor. So whatever, he goes out into a Starmie, right? And I decided to switch out into my Rotom, and see that he's a the Life Orb variant, and even though that means he won't be like living so long because of his recover and stuff like that, it is a big threat to my team. So he's gonna switch out into his Breloom. I just decided to go for the Volt Switch, and I think I can go out into my Tracheon again to take him out. And maybe this guy didn't think I was Adamant Nature, but Adamant Tracheon can kill off any kind of Breloom that's not max defense. So even if he had max HP, that Breloom is going down. So goodbye Breloom. So Tracheon is this raping out here because he really has no counter to my Tracheon, and I will make use of that as much as possible. So I'm gonna predict the Thunderbolt this time because I thought my Rotom switching was a bit too obvious, and if he went for the Life Orb Thunderbolt, it would have taken me out. So I go into my Jirachi, and now I just go for the Stealth Rocks just because he has a Salamence, but now he brings out that big threat, and at least he's Intimidate. Moxie would have been a little bit more threatening, but now that he goes for the Dragon Dance, I'm just trying to get a Paralyze on this thing, so I go for the Body Slam, and unfortunately for me, I don't get the Paralyze, and you're supposed to rely on Serene Grace, but I guess you're not, just because it just lets you down on the worst moment. So I predict the Earthquake, go on to my Rotom. I'm going to force him to go for the Outrage, and I know that my Jirachi is defensive enough to take a +1 Outrage, even from this powerful Salamence. And now all I need is just the Parahax. I mean, I didn't get the Paralyzed last time, so I'm thinking I can get it this time, right? Because it's only 60%, so I mean, I should be able to get the Paralyzed right now, and I'll be able to Iron Head flish him, you know what I'm saying? No! Of course, I don't get the Paralyze the second time, so I'm going to have to switch out into my Gliscor just because I don't want to die to an Earthquake yet. So, luckily for me, he does hit himself in Confusion, and unfortunately doesn't take him out, which I'm kind of mad at, but whatever. Now, I'm going to be forced to take an Outrage because he stamps out of his Confusion, so, oh my god, this Salamence just trolled my team because I didn't get a Paralyze on this thing, and look how much that +1 Outrage did. Salamence is a big threat. Salamence should not be underestimated, and I'm thinking that guy was not mixed just based on that damage. He cannot have like some special attack investment. That is max attack right there. So I'm just gonna lead my Gliscor as Death Fodder. He decides not to go for the Stealth Rocks, which makes this a little bit easier for my Pokemon which are at low HP. So I'm just going to go into my Tracheon. I'm just going to go for the Close Combat, and that will take out the Heatran. He didn't want to go out into a Starmie, even though could have possibly taken one, but I do have Stealth Rocks on my side, so who knows. So now he's going to go into that Starmie, and that thing is definitely a big threat to my team just because my Jirachi is at very low HP, and I could not get any wishes off. So I'm just going to go out into my Miss Magus, which I'm trying out on my team. It's a good spin blocker, and I have this thing also as a Cleric, and now I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball as it brings out the Scizor, and I know that I can even take a Bandit's Bullet Punch, so I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, and I miss. Oh my god, but he did miss a Hydro Pump, so I guess that did kind of make up, but I'm still kind of at the other end of the hack spectrum. I'm kind of getting hacked out right now, but I'm really not complaining because now I'm just going for the Shadow Ball, just in case he would switch out, and it really doesn't matter if he stays in or not, just because I have this thing in the bag, because he is choice banded, and if he was not choice banded, this could have been a much harder game, but since he's probably choice banded based off that damage, I can go out into my Tracheon, go for the X Scissor, just in case he wanted to switch out, just because I really don't want Starmie to switch out, because I don't want the Scizor to switch out because then I could have a pretty hard time against his team. So now I'm going to go for the Close Combat, knowing that it would take the Scizor out or the Starmie out. But this guy does not seem to want to switch. But since he did not switch, it's pretty much good game unless he gets some sort of critical hit. But who knows? He's been getting a lot of hacks so far. So who knows if he will not get a critical hit. So he's gonna go for the Hydro Pump and take my Tracheon out. He doesn't miss this time. Now I'm going to go into my Jirachi. I think I might be able to take a Hydro Pump, but probably not based off of the damage from before. So he's going going to go for the Hydro Pump, and it does take me out. That crit did not matter, but I just want a few Life Orb recoils from my last Pokemon, which is my Big Sean, my my Latias, and I know I can take an Ice Beam. I take that. Even if you got a crit, I probably would not have died, and I can take it out with a Dragon Pulse. That is going to be the close 1-0 victory for me against this guy named Marco. Good game. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is PM, and deuces.